Hey y'all, welcome to Nikki the Foodie, where every meal feels like a hug from home and every recipe comes with a side of good vibes. We are back at it again, y'all, except we're going to be making breakfast this morning. We're starting out with French toast casserole. So that's what's going to be the star of today's meal. We're going to go ahead and get into it. We're starting with a roll of French bread. We're going to take that French bread and we're going to cut it up. I'm dicing mine into squares, but it's totally up to you. I can tell you this, the more bread-like texture you want, the larger you want the pieces to be. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to a greased pan. You do want to grease the bottom of your pan. I greased mine with butter because why? Butter make it taste better. So I use butter. Grease my pan up real good with the butter, and then you're just going to pour in all of your bread. And right now I'm just kind of spreading it out because I want every single piece to get wet, which is very, very important. You can also use a larger pan just to make one single layer. Totally up to you. Now we're going to move on to our mixture. Okay, so here I have 2.5 cups of milk. You can use heavy whipping cream if you so choose, but this recipe doesn't call for something that rich. But I did use my milk. I added in my eggs, and now here you see me adding in brown sugar along with some cinnamon and some vanilla flavor. Also, a pinch of salt. I started out with a fork because I was trying to break up that egg. As you guys will see, it didn't work out. I then moved on to my whisk, and I would definitely advise you guys to use a whisk and also use a bowl that is larger than my measuring cup so that it won't spill everywhere because I was struggling, but hey, we made it work. As you can see here, I moved on to my whisk, but I am definitely struggling because every time I whisk it, it's trying to spill outside of the cup. And that's just because I should have used a bigger bowl. So don't be like Nikki, okay? Get you a bigger bowl. And next, we're going to move on. You're going to pour this mixture over the bread, and you're going to make sure that every single thing gets wet. You want every piece of bread soaked and wet. Now, what I do is I pour it over, maybe half of it, and then I go ahead and take my whisk and press it down into the liquid so that the bread at the bottom can get soaked and push down so that when I pour the rest on top, it will also be able to soak up that mixture. Once we are done with that, we are going to place it in a 350-degree oven until the top is golden brown. So while that is baking, I'm going to move on to my breakfast sausage. Go ahead and get that done. And then as soon as the casserole is almost ready, I'll go ahead and make my eggs. So that way we can have sausage eggs and a nice hot French toast casserole. It is now out of the oven, you guys, and oh my goodness, don't that look delicious? That's because it is. That is because it is. You can top this with a dollop of whipped cream if you like, however you want it. Put a little syrup on it. It's just heavenly. But if you really want to be a real big bag, you could definitely drizzle some caramel on top. It won't hurt nobody. Let me know in the comment section if you coming over for breakfast or are you sitting this one out. And just like that, breakfast is served. Once again, thank you for stopping by and watching another video. If you are new here, please consider subscribing because you never know what type of meal I'm going to come up with for you guys. Now will be a good time to hit that like button if you did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.